All right, welcome to Manifest the Body You Want. Thank you so much for being here. So grab your tea, your journal, anything you need to feel high vibrational. And if you want to share where you're tuning in from in the chat, obviously that won't be an option for if you're watching the replay. But yeah, any questions you have if you're live, you can put in the chat, or you can reach out to me if you're watching the replay. So yeah, my intention really today is to connect with all of you, to really have fun, relax, and for all of us to receive what we need to receive. And thank you, Samantha, for sharing. Welcome. So yeah, it's all about connecting to our bodies, and that's really what I'm going to talk about today. And yeah, I want this to be interactive, so definitely put your comments in the chat. Yeah, I'll introduce myself in case you don't know me. My name is Sonia, and I help my clients create breakthroughs and transformations. And I help people create lives they really love through subconscious reprogramming, human design, mindset coaching, and breath work. I'm also a Kundalini yoga and meditation teacher. I'm a typical manifesting generator in human design, very multi-passionate, and I incorporate, all the tools that have worked for me in my coaching. And I'm really passionate about helping people return to their power and realize that they can shift their mindset around their bodies, around food, around exercise, and create change just through these simple shifts in mindset and reprogramming your subconscious. So I'm really passionate about having us all return to our own guidance and kind of tune out all the conflicting external information. And that's what my journey with human design has been, because human design teaches us that different things work for different people, and we're not, one size fits all, and maybe not everyone should be eating the same way in order for perfect health. So it's really that we need to tune into the wisdom of our bodies, and we need to trust ourselves. And, and we really need to pay attention to the beliefs we have about our food, about our bodies, what they're capable of. And of course, the action that we take in the physical is important. The ingredients we consume, we want it to be the highest quality possible. But ultimately, our mind has, or we have the authority, and we get to decide what is true for us. So, and what we were meant to eat also depends on our design, sorry, there are more people joining, on the season or time of year we're in, on the climate, on, many bio-individual things. So yeah, and basically it's all about what works for you. And I'm going to share some things that have worked for me. And I feel like this is a really exciting time to talk about this, because, the energy is speeding up. I feel like manifestations are happening so much more easily. And yeah, so I'll talk a little bit about my story, the tools and practices that have worked for me. And obviously I can't cover, everything. I work with my clients for 4 months in order to kind of help them make these shifts and reprogram. Let me just mute. Okay. So, and then at the end, we'll do breath work. So if you can lie down for the breath work, that would be great. But if you can't, that's fine too. So if you want to lie down, you can prepare your space, grab a blanket or an eye mask, whatever you need for the breath work. And also let me know in the chat, whoever's live, whether if there's anyone who hasn't done breath work before, let me know. So I know how much to go into. And again, any questions, put them in the chat. So a little bit about me and my healing story. I grew up very disconnected from my body, and I was very, very mainstream about my beliefs about health, about my body. I was pre-med in college, and then worked in immunology research after college. And, and I was going to go to medical school. But eventually I discovered that I couldn't make myself do it. And that was kind of the first time that my sacral authority, or, the way I'm meant to make decisions is with my sacral. So following my excitement, my desires, the expansive feeling in my body. And, that just wasn't there for that path. So eventually I decided that I was going to follow my excitement to New York and do my MBA, and then ended up in the corporate world. Just a minute. Okay. So yes, so I got my MBA, spent many years in the corporate world. And during that time, my body was really out of balance. Like I spent a lot of my 20s, on birth control, which, I didn't realize was harmful at the time. I trusted doctors and they said it was safe. So, I kind of followed the mainstream wisdom on our bodies. So I was, drinking a lot. I had a lot of, not a great mindset. I had a lot of self-judgment and limiting beliefs about my body and what was possible. And yeah, when I got off of birth control, I struggled with depression and also gained weight, and was always trying to lose weight, but couldn't. And, just experienced all these symptoms in my body, like really bad menstrual cramps and chronic fatigue. And, I went to all the doctors, couldn't figure out what was wrong, and I tried the mainstream. Then I moved to the naturopathic world and tried all the restrictive diets and supplements and all that. And it was a bit of a healing journey. But eventually I discovered human design, which helped me really release some of that judgment around myself. And, I used to think that I had to pick one path and stick to it. And now that I know my human design, I let myself kind of be multi-passionate and change directions and be all over the place in the best way. So I'm just checking with the chat. Okay. So yeah, let me know if you haven't done breath work. And then recently, this year or last year now in 2021, I discovered Psych-K, and it's a method for subconscious reprogramming. And I'll talk a little bit about it or more about it, but it can help with reprogramming any trauma or stressful situations around our bodies. So, like I remember my dad used to tell me that, when I was struggling and in my 20s, he used to tell me like I should get up in the morning and like run a lot, and that I looked really uncomfortable in my body with my extra weight. So like, I had to reprogram that situation to have more peace about it and forgive people. And you can also program specific beliefs around your body. So maybe like I easily choose the foods that are good for me, or I'm at my perfect weight, whatever it is. I'll talk a little bit more about it later, but it has to be really a belief or a statement, a goal statement that's exciting to you, because the subconscious is attracted to emotions. And there's a specific process that we go through to reprogram these beliefs towards more empowering ones. So, and really the journey for me has been out of the mind and into the body, which is also what human design teaches us. And, I used to try to eat things that other people said were healthy. I was gluten-free for many years, and yeah, all the elimination diets, because I thought that was the way to healing. But ultimately they became so stressful to me because I had to control all the ingredients, and I couldn't like go out to eat, and I had to make everything at home. And, I was like taking supplements all day, and my whole day, okay, Laura hasn't done breath work. My whole day revolved around like, basically caring about my food and supplements and all that. And then I learned about German New Medicine, or Germanic healing knowledge, where I learned about the emotional root causes of symptoms and, stuff going on in our bodies. And I decided that was before I had Psych K even, I decided that, my body was able to, handle any food, and started changing these beliefs. And I remember I had like pizza after years of being gluten-free, and I was so happy because, it was like all these years of depriving myself, not really depriving myself, but, it just was, I was very strict with myself. But ultimately it brought more stress than really healing. So I think there's a fine balance between, doing things that are healing to us, but also, making sure they don't add unnecessary stress. So, and then eventually I stopped drinking alcohol. That was also a big thing for me in terms of healing. But really the biggest transformation has been over the past around 6 months. And, so many people have been telling me like that I look like a different person. I am a different person. And yeah, it's been really committing to practices like breath work, utilizing subconscious reprogramming. And, through that, I was able to kind of come into more alignment with my body. So, and it's really for me about eating things that, again, my sacral, which is the way I'm meant to make decisions, or my unique flavor of intuition, human design. And everyone has a different, in human design, they have a different energy type. So, the energy type tells you how to eat in order to have more energy, and how to exercise, and like what intensity of exercise you need. For example, I'm a manifesting generator, so I have the biggest engine. So I'm not supposed to limit the amount I eat. And, and also I'm meant to eat things that I'm excited about, instead of eating things that someone else said that they're healthy. And I know it sounds simple, but there's so much information coming in at us that that we just don't even know what, sorry, I'm just going to change this. Okay. That we don't even know what's like good for us. So for me, it's a real balance between having, really high quality food, but also things that I'm excited about. So, and obviously, like your unique flavor of intuition, human design will help you determine, like choose the right foods for you. So yeah, and also if you registered for this training, you should have received my journaling prompts for your energy type document. So, and you'll receive the replay of this training. So let me know, how that's going for you, but that can be a guide in terms of your body as to how you're meant to, exchange your energy with food. So yeah, so I'm committed to choosing food that's delicious and high quality and makes me feel good. So I also wanted to mention about, the daily practice that I've committed to, or it's constantly evolving as a manifesting generator. I am consistent in human design, so routines and rituals are very important for me, but not everyone is meant to have a routine. Some people are meant to just go with whatever they feel like in the moment. So I wanted to share, and I think Amanda, you probably heard this because I shared a little bit about this in the Light Club call, but basically, yeah, my self-care routine is very important to me, and having like that support structure, so I make sure I turn off my Wi-Fi for the night, and I don't turn it on till after my spiritual practice. That's really important for me. And I'm really into making delicious drinks in the mornings. Recently, I start with a ginger tea. I put like lime and honey and turmeric and cinnamon in it, and it's delicious. That's how I start my day. And then I have my matcha I'm really obsessed with like, I mean, this is like not an advertisement, but my peak matcha. If you're interested, let me know. I have like my favorite products here just so I can share because, yeah, I like to share what I'm excited about. So yeah, and I do my Course in Miracles lesson. I do my breath work. And I do my journaling. I have a specific practice that I share with my clients. And after that, I take my phone off of airplane mode, although I would prefer to even do it later. But yeah, basically also trying to get outside as early as possible. The free medicine we have, sunshine without sunscreen or sunglasses first thing in the morning is so important. And grounding, putting your feet on the earth. I mean, some places it's cold, I know, but there are also grounding shoes you can buy. I have earth runners that I use. But basically, I try to take a walk and as early as possible and jump in the ocean if it's warm enough. I moved to Miami Beach. So it's been like almost a year, or my move to Miami. I guess it's been a little over a year. So anyway, so it's been wonderful for me to live here where it's warm and yeah, grounding shoes. I mean, some of them are kind of funny looking, but they work if you're in a cold climate. So yeah, that free medicine is really important. And then throughout the day, just staying mindful. And I use subconscious reprogramming to reprogram any like limiting beliefs that come up or stressful situations. So I'm really into eliminating as much pressure because I'm really good at like being a perfectionist and having to follow all these rules and all that. So I'm really, I let go of all the restrictive diets because they were too much to handle for me. So I'm into blessing my food and water. And if you've read some studies about how water responds when you pray or bless it, and I practice this belief that what I eat has only good effects on me. So again, like choosing the highest quality ingredients is so important. Oh yeah, so yeah, grounding mats, those are really good. Yeah. So yes, and then again, we'll do the breath work at the end, and it really, if you can do it throughout the day too, to recharge. And when you have that dip and you want coffee or a nap, it's good to do breath work and get excited about life again. So I'll talk more about that when we go into breath work. So yeah, and then focusing on gratitude in the evening is also important. And again, turning off Wi-Fi, phone, and airplane mode, all that before sleep, and doing some breath work or meditation, depending on, some people find breath work kind of stimulating, but yeah. So what else do I want to share in terms of my favorite things before we move on? I have this Unreal chocolate that I love. It's amazing. It's sweetened with like cassava syrup. And I'm not saying that these are like the best things ever and the purest ingredients. I'm like, it's a balance between the ingredients and it being delicious. And I make these apples with cinnamon and almond butter, and I use this Maisie Jane's almond butter. And it is roasted. I know raw is better. My mom was a nutrition coach for a while. So I have all this information in the back of my mind. So it takes a lot of unlearning actually to be like, okay, I'm going to tune into what my body needs and eat intuitively. Obviously your system has to be clean enough to do that, but it's a lot of like information detox actually for us. So anyway, I store the almond butter upside down because that's how I get rid of the oily. Anyway, the consistency is better when I store it upside down. I learned by trial and error in my human design. I'm a 3/5 profile, so I kind of figure out what works for me by just trying things, but everyone learns differently. Then I love this like 3 Trees oat milk. I used to make my own like almond milk, but right now I just don't have the space. And I love, well, if you're in Florida, mother kombucha, the tropical is the best, but finding like a good kombucha that works for you. And yeah, I'm not saying that these are the best things ever, but they work for me. So it's all about figuring out what works for you. And also about really fully enjoying your food and being present with it. And also in human design, everyone has a different digestion profile. So for me, it's high sound. So I'm actually meant to have like music or pleasant sounds, like an atmosphere of celebration while I eat. So I can actually, listen to things. And then everyone has and it's different for everyone. So, some people are meant to eat in silence. Some people are cold food, hot food. So that varies. But also everyone has a dominant sense in human design. So mine is smell. So smells are really important for me in terms of choosing food, and also just being another layer of kind of intuition for me. And also I'm a caves environment. Everyone has an environment they thrive in human design. So mine is caves. So I love to eat at home, or in an environment where I have some control over, who's around. Oh, Amanda's also a 3-5, and Brian wants to learn about, blessing water. I guess I will remind me. I'll let you know about that. But yeah, no, if you see like the structures of water, and I'm like very trial and error learning. The people who have the one in their profile in human design, like I know Samantha does, they like to research. And so I'm like, whatever, I'm just gonna try it out. And again, it's not like I have it all figured out. I don't it's all a work in progress. And actually, as a 3-5, I'm meant to share as I'm going through things. So anyway, living my design. But yeah, well, also honoring my design in terms of like my caves environment, somewhere I feel safe. So living alone is really important for me. That has been something I invested in. So investing in yourself, in terms of energy and time and money, obviously. So I think, I want to kind of recap the things that I mentioned. I'm a little non-linear. So, and embracing that as a manifesting generator. So basically, in terms of relationship with food, for me, what has worked best is eliminating some of that stress and detoxing from all the health information out there and really tuning into, what works for me intuitively, listening to my sacral, to my body, to that expansive feeling. And again, that's different for everyone. If you want to know about your design, you can reach out, and really working on your beliefs around your food. Because if you're eating something and you're like, oh, well, I shouldn't be eating this pizza because it's bad for me, that you're creating that conflict within yourself, and then it definitely won't affect you in a positive way. So it's really getting into alignment. It's like, no, the food I choose has only good effects on me. And really giving your body the message of safety, reassuring yourself, being nice to yourself. That's when your body can heal, and when you can like let go of this extra protection. Because when we have extra weight on our body, sometimes it can be a protective mechanism. So really, reassuring yourself that you are safe. And we can also program those beliefs with Psyche, like I am always safe is a big one for most people. And just also tuning into the ultimate purpose of the body as being an instrument of love and a tool for spreading love in the world from the Course in Miracles perspective. And eating to live, right? And choosing the best fuel for our bodies, but also having this really sensual experience of being alive, and choosing the foods that really excite you. So especially as a generator or manifesting generator energy type. And then, also your energy type will tell you about the how intense the exercise needs to be. But I used to like really force myself into these like really masculine, intense exercise regimes. I don't know if you've ever heard of Insanity. I used to do that, but like I ended up like looking just so bulky after it, and it was just not pretty. So now I kind of let go of any pressure. I walk. I feel like that's like the best for me. I try to walk on the beach. I try to do 10,000 steps a day. It doesn't always work, but that's okay, because, you know, for me, it's all about being gentle with myself. So, you know, like, yeah, just playing paddles at the beach or whatever is fun, or going out dancing, swimming in the ocean if you can, or swimming in pools, I guess, in colder climates. And yeah, really honoring like whether you're consistent or inconsistent in your design and all that. And again, the free medicine, I'm big into the sun, but no sunscreen. So, you know, obviously being moderate with it, because I think the sun is a great source of healing. And you know, there are a lot of sunscreens being recalled. I think they have a lot of toxic ingredients. So I'm, you know, as I'm into connecting with nature and being as natural as possible. Obviously, we live in a world where that's not always possible. I mean, I live in Miami Beach. It's not like I live out in total nature, but at least I'm close to the beach. But yeah, getting outside, grounding. And if that is your desire, you know, manifesting moving to a warmer climate where you can be outside year round. And yeah, then breath work. Also, we covered food, exercise, and then free medicine. Breathwork is also pretty much free, raises your vibration, naturally heals, and I'll go into it more. And then cultivating also joy, you know, whether it's dancing for you or however you do that. And and then, yeah, mindset and beliefs. You know, Psych-K can help you really reprogram any trauma that has caused you to hold on to extra weight or prevented you from healing, and program specific empowering beliefs around your body, around food, around exercise. Like maybe it's like, it's easy to exercise. You know, like maybe like my body heals itself quickly and easily. Like I trust my body. It's safe to listen to my body. Those are just a few. Or like working out is fun and easy. You know, it's safe and okay to rest. That's an important one. Or it's safe to experience pleasure. Or like it's easy to be at my ideal weight. And obviously, so these are subconscious beliefs that we're programming, but the subconscious is actually at least 95% of our consciousness, with our conscious mind having maybe 1 to 5% of our consciousness. So it's really important to work on the subconscious level, because that can help us make the changes in the physical more quickly. Because even, you know, you might be working out and eating all the right things, but if you have this belief that you're not doing enough, you know, it won't really amount to anything, or that you have to do more, you know, whatever it is for you. So, you know, so yeah, I've been choosing, or I've been programming the belief. I programmed the belief that, you know, the food I eat has only good effects on me, and I always choose the right food, and I easily find delicious and healthy food, and I know what food is good for me. Yeah, so this is kind of what has worked for me. So let me just check in with the chat real quick. Yeah, keep me posted if you have any questions. So before we do the breath work, yeah, let me know if there are questions, but also I want to talk a little bit about my 4-month program. So it's called Manifest the Body You Want. And it's really for anyone who's like tired of the struggle around the body, and is, you know, maybe they've tried everything. They tried to control what they are eating and obsessing about ingredients and exercising, and have tried a lot of things to maybe lose weight and heal, but want to really manifest feeling and looking good from a space of ease and flow. And I feel like, you know, that's the energy we're in, where it's all about growing through ease, right now. So yeah, the program is 4 months. We start with your human design, as always, in all my long-term programs, or in all my coaching, pretty much. So the human design reading is over Zoom. It's 1 hour. You learn all about your energy type, how to eat, sleep, use your energy so you have more energy, and that you're living in alignment with your design, and you're learning about what's authentic to you, so that you can tune out the conditioning and programming that's coming at us all the time. And you get the write-up and recording after, so you can always refer back. I mean, I'm constantly living my design more and more. It's not like a 1 hour and done. It's a journey, and I'm constantly deepening my understanding of my own design. And yeah, if you've had a human design reading with me already, then we can have you get extra Psych-K sessions or extra weeks of Voxer. So that's not a problem. But yeah, and so then after the human design reading, we connect weekly for a 1 hour Psych-K and coaching call. So depending on, if you need mindset help, if you want to just focus on reprogramming the beliefs and any stressful situations. And if you prefer a call every 2 weeks, we can do a 2-hour call every 2 weeks. I really customize my programs to my clients because everyone likes something different. Some people are like, okay, let's just get this done, and some people like more to connect more often. So, it's all about you feeling taken care of and loved and supported. And the last element, well, not really the last, but one of the elements is support over Voxer. It's a voice messaging app, so we can connect every day. You can ask for my support on anything that's going on, and I can help you, kind of reframe it, or provide you any support or coaching you need. So yeah, so, and also obviously you get my breathwork practice, my journaling prompts. I'm really into scheduling my week according to the energy of the planets present on the day. So today is Jupiter day, really a lot of uplifting energy and luck, and very productive day. And anyway, so all that and all the other tools that I use, I bring into that program. So, and the results is just really, you get to tune into what works for you. And it's not just about your body. Obviously, we're working on the body, but it's really about transforming your whole life and becoming more confident and tuning into what's authentic to you, removing any programming that's not aligned with how you are meant to operate, how you are designed. And so it's a real, it addresses all parts of your life if you want to. Like, we can program beliefs about whatever you want. But it's, yeah, so all the tools that I mentioned and more you get inside the program. And also, if you reach out to me and sign up before January 10th, you get a bonus of Body Magic. Body Magic is my friend and collaborator, Kate Burkett, who's my friend and collaborator. It's her signature program, and it's a month long. You get amazing, it's a group program, so you get amazing guided meditations. I went through the program last year, and she also does an anti-inflammatory eating plan that can support you on your journey. So right now, I believe the program is $300, but it's included as a bonus if you sign up before the 10th. So reach out to me if you want more information about that. We can get on a call and I can answer any questions. So any other questions, anything before we jump into the breath work? Thank you, Samantha. Also, if you are interested, Kate and I are hosting a retreat happening next Saturday, January 15th. It's women only because Kate only works with women. And you can join us in person in Miami, in Belmead Island, if you want to come to Miami, or if you are here, or over Zoom from anywhere. And so it's 11:30 till 5 p.m. Eastern on the 15th, Saturday. And early bird tickets are available till the 8th, this Saturday. So let me know if you're interested in that. I can send you the link. So I'll be teaching Kundalini yoga, breath work, talking about human design, doing some Psych K one-on-one. Kate is going to lead us through visioning and journaling and yoga nidra. You know, if you're in person, we'll have some food, photos. It's a beautiful location. Yeah, we had one in October and it was so magical. So I'm like, I can't wait to do it again. Okay, so anything, let me just check in with the chat. And so if you are ready for water, Dr. Emoto, okay, on the effects of blessing water and praying. So yeah, so if you're ready for the breath work, we can start that. So if you can lie down, you can turn off your camera. And then, you know, I'll give you some time to unmute after. If you want to share everything, I'll turn off the recording so that it's private. But basically, you know, you'll want to lie down soon. I'll walk you through the breath work first. And if you want to just take a few stretches, maybe a few neck rolls before we get started. Maybe interlace your hands behind your back, opening the heart. Just tuning into your body, connecting to your body before we start. And then if you want to switch the thumbs when you interlace your fingers. And then maybe give yourself a hug. Maybe the other way. Do some shoulder rolls and some shoulder shrugs. And then side stretches. And yeah, for now you can just sit and I'll explain the breath work since there are some people that haven't done the breath work before. So it's going to be a 3-part breath all through the mouth. So the first inhale will be into the belly and the second inhale into the chest. So let me just adjust. So inhale, inhale, exhale. So it's all through the mouth. So I'll just demonstrate. So that's what it looks like. Inhale into the lower belly, inhale into the chest, and then exhale all through the mouth. And you want to make the inhales as deep as possible. And so if this is your first time doing breath work, your body might tingle because it's not used to taking in so much oxygen. You might, you know, experience some cramping. If it's in your limbs, you can shake them out. If it's somewhere you can't shake out, just bring your attention there, send some, you know, wherever your attention goes, your energy flows. So, so stuff comes up during breath work. You know, you're generating some stress through the breath. And obviously take care of yourself. If you need to take a break, take a break. But if you can keep going, just know that we are working with divine energy. So no harm can come to you. You are safe. And so we'll do the active breathing part. So the one I demonstrated with the 3-part breath. And then we'll take a deep relaxation or a shavasana, which is also the feminine receiving phase. And during the active breathing phase, I'll walk you through balancing the energy centers. And again, mine is kind of a combination of the chakra system and the human design centers. So just stay open. And, you know, sometimes you don't even hear me because you're in your own little world in theta brainwave. So, you know, sometimes you're just in space. Actually, breath work is like the best way to get high, in my opinion. So yeah, I think let me know if you have any questions before we get started. But basically, you receive so much healing from this practice. You can re-energize all these endorphins get released, and yeah, and sometimes uncomfortable feeling, we learn, we stuff our emotions down since, ever since we remember. So it's like all these emotions can come up. You might feel angry, you might, want to yell. And if you're in the space where you can yell or cry, or just let whatever happens be okay. So, if you're lying down, make sure you're flat on the ground. You don't want to put a pillow under your head, because you want the airways to be open. So spine is flat on the floor. Basically, if you can lie down, you'll be lying down like in Shavasana, legs spread out, arms out to the side, palms facing up. And again, the breath will be through the mouth. So you want to keep your jaw relaxed, your mouth open during the breath work. But for now, if you can lie down, relax your body, get comfortable, palms facing up, feet apart. If you're sitting, that's fine too. You can cover your eyes if you like to do that. If you have a blanket, that's great too, since you can get hot or cold. Okay, so now we'll just take a deep inhale through the nose before we start. And we'll sigh it out, let something go. And one more inhale through the nose. And exhale, sigh it out. And relax fully. And you'll have your mouth open, the jaw relaxed, and you'll begin the breath work through the mouth. So inhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. And find your rhythm. Keep going. Keep the inhales as deep as they will go. And inhale, inhale, exhale. And belly, chest, exhale. Deepening the inhales, breathing through your mouth. And as you breathe, bring your intention into your body. What would you like to receive from your practice today? And keep going. Inhale, inhale, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. And keep going. And now bringing your attention to your root at the base of the spine, to the center associated with grounding and safety and our physical needs. And send some loving energy to your root, allowing yourself to thrive in the material world, allowing yourself to be in a space of peace, and affirming silently while you breathe, it's safe to be in my body. I am safe in the world. I welcome ease. And keep breathing, keep going. Inhale, inhale, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. And deepening the inhales. And now moving your attention to your sacral center below your belly button. The center for creativity, for desire, for sensuality and sexuality. And sending loving energy to your sacral. Being sensually present in the now as you breathe. and connect to your desires. What are you being called to create? And affirm silently as you breathe, it's safe to experience pleasure. I allow myself to follow the expansive feeling in my body. I welcome excitement and joy. And keep going, you're doing great. Inhale, inhale, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. Now move your attention to your solar plexus, your center for your personal power, confidence, and your emotions, and send loving energy to your solar plexus. And let yourself take up space. Let yourself be present with your emotions. And ask yourself, how can I embody my value and my power? Where can I allow myself to be more visible? And affirm silently, it's safe to feel my emotions. It's safe to be in my power. And keep going. Inhale, inhale, exhale. Keeping the inhales as deep as possible. You might need to slow down to do that. And keep going with the breath through the mouth. And now moving to your heart center, the center of your chest, the center for unconditional love, and also our sense of identity. And send healing energy to your heart. The center is about being more loving towards yourself. It's about allowing yourself to do the things you love. So how can you show yourself and others more love and appreciation? And affirm silently, it's safe to follow my heart. It's safe to love and be loved. It's safe to be me and do what I love. And inhale, inhale, exhale. And belly, chest, exhale. And keep going, keep breathing, keeping the inhales as deep as possible. And when you're ready, bring your attention to your throat, the center for truth, for authenticity, for communication. And send loving, healing energy to your throat. And ask yourself, where in your life are you being called to express yourself and your truth? Are you being called to express yourself through speaking, through writing, through your painting? And affirm silently, it's safe to express myself. I easily speak my truth. And inhale, inhale, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. Keep going. Now move your attention to the center of your brain, or your third eye, the center for consciousness, for intuition, for imagination, and send loving energy to your third eye. And connect to your deep inner knowing. to your wisdom beyond the mind. And ask yourself, where can I step into more trust? And keep going with the breath. And affirm silently, my mind is calm and peaceful. I am always being guided. I easily follow my intuition. And inhale, inhale, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. And when you're ready, move your attention to your crown, to the top of your head, the center for your connection to the divine and for inspiration. And send loving energy to your crown, connecting to your soul, to your higher self. And affirm silently, I am connected to spirit. I feel inspired. And keep going with the breath just a little bit longer. Inhale, inhale, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. And now imagine a white healing light going from your root to your sacral, to your solar plexus, to your heart, to your throat, the third eye, the center of the brain, and your crown. And keep going with the breath as you imagine the white light nourishing and balancing all the energy centers. Inhale, inhale, exhale. And now bring the white healing light to wherever it is needed in your body, wherever you might be feeling pain or tension or discomfort. And just let the white light surround that area with love and with healing. Just a few more moments. Inhale, inhale, exhale. Keep breathing. Keep sending the white light to any areas that need it. And when you're ready, you can let go of the three-part breath. Inhale deeply through the mouth and exhale through the mouth. And one more deep inhale through the mouth and exhale through the mouth. And relax fully. Keep breathing through the mouth until you are comfortable returning to breathing through the nose. So again, relax fully, let go, receive. Allow any downloads, any inspiration and ideas to flow to you for the next few minutes. And now inhale deeply through the nose and sigh it out. And one more deep breath. Inhale through the nose and sigh it out. And slowly and gently bringing movement back into your body, wiggling the fingers and the toes, making circles with the wrists and ankles, stretching your arms above the head, taking any stretch that you feel that you need. And rubbing the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet together. And bringing the knees into your chest, giving yourself a hug. And rolling over to one side and staying there for a minute. And when you're ready, gently come back to sitting. Eyes closed. Palms of your hands together at the center of your chest. And just thank yourself for showing up today. You moved a lot of energy, so you can feel a little bit out of it. So remember to hydrate and ground, especially if you're going to be driving. And if you have a few minutes after this, it's a great time to journal about anything that came up during your practice and any downloads you received. So you can open your eyes if you'd like. And I'll just say Satnam, which is I am truth. We use it as a greeting in Kundalini yoga. So Satnam, everyone, remember you are truth. You are not your body. You are not your thoughts. You are truth. And if you have any questions for me, you can put them in the chat if you're live, or reach out to me. You can email me at coachingwithsonia@gmail.com, or reach out to me on Instagram at Sonia Patetska. And if you'd like more breath work, let me know. Message me about my recording or about the upcoming retreat. Put any questions in the chat. I'll end the recording here, and then you can unmute yourself after I end the recording and share anything that came up or any questions, anything that you'd like. But for those watching the replay, thank you so much for joining, and I will be in touch. So